Week 2 started with the Ravens getting a much needed victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now it is time for the rest of your picks. Let's start with the Sunday games. Alright, early games. The Arizona Cardinals having to travel on the road to face the New York Giants, coming off a Monday night game. And I understand all that, but I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals to beat the New York Giants. The Giants' offense sucks. They're facing a much better defense in the Arizona Cardinals. So, yeah, that'll be just strictly because of the defense. Jacksonville Jaguars take on the Washington Redskins. Redskins sucked last week. I think they underestimated the Texans, as did I. But I think the Redskins are going to win this week. At least they better win this week. You're facing the Jaguars. And then again, like I said though, Jacksonville won't be much of a pushover. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, take Washington to win. New England Patriots going on the road to face the Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings will be playing outdoors, but that's not why I'm taking the Patriots. We all know the story by now about Adrian Peterson. Let's wait until all the facts are presented before we start freaking out. But yeah, if Peterson's guilty of this shit, then yeah, he can go fuck himself. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm talking about the game portion. Yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings because I'm taking the Patriots. Vikings are going to miss Adrian Peterson for that very same reason. The Vikings, they deactivated him and shit like that. That doesn't mean they're not going to miss him. and I expect the Patriots to do what they always do. Win after losing the game the previous week. So there you go. Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna take the Titans again because I still think the Cowboys' road woes will continue, and of course that defense still sucks. Let's call it what it is. The Cowboys' defense anyway. Moving on, Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. You can never tell with these AFC East matchups. God fucking damn, man. Anyway. First coin flip of the day. Tails. I'll take the Dolphins. Moving on. Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. Listen, I understand it's outdoors. I understand it's on grass. The Lions normally don't do well on grass. And I understand it's going to be hot and muggy. But that being said, I'm taking the Carolina Panthers to lose to the Detroit Lions. Cam Newton is going to play, and I don't think he's going to be effective. I think the Reds are going to bother him, and of course he's going to be obviously rusty. Who knows? They proved me wrong last week, but they were facing the Buccaneers. Let's be honest here. This is not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is the Detroit Lions team that is determined. I'll just leave it at that. They're just determined. Right, moving on. What's next? This should be a good game. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in an interconference matchup. We saw how good the Atlanta Falcons offense is. Their defense is still in question, as far as I'm concerned. So here we go. Landed heads. I'll take Cincinnati. But it could go either way, just like the Falcons Saints game. Speaking of which, the Saints traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Saints, end of story. I understand the Browns nearly made a comeback against the sorry Pittsburgh Steelers defense, but the Saints, they're going to get that turned around this week. They know they should have won last week. This week, they get the. I think they finally sealed the deal. St. Louis Rams taking on the 4 o'clock games, or the late afternoon games. Excuse me. Rams going on the road to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is not even. It's not even. We're not even a quarter of the way through the season, and we're already. And this is already a cream of the crap game. I mean, Jesus Christ. Whatever. Heads. I'll take the Buccaneers. But expect that pick to change, because I don't know why. I am not believing in Josh McCown. So, yeah, there you go. Moving on. Seahawks going to San Diego to face the Chargers. I'm taking the Seahawks. San Diego, they should have won last week, but I understand San Diego's at home, but San Diego is the team that can most afford an 0-2 start because two of those games have. The first 2 games are interconference games. I mean, yeah, it's important to win every game, but interconference games, you should win them, but they're not that as important as winning conference games and division games. Importantly, I'm going to take the Seahawks. End of story. Who knows? Look for Phillip Rivers to throw to Richard Sherman at least 2 times, if not 3. Houston Texans taking on the Oakland Raiders. I understand the Raiders. I understand the Texans got their good victory. I'll take the Raiders. Fuck it. No one's gonna give a fuck about this match. Anyway. All right. Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. Look for the Packers to bounce back. It's not going to be an easy game, but. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy game, but I see the Packers winning the game. Jets defense front 7 is good, but let's see how they do against an experienced quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos division AFC West matchup. The Broncos did not impress me as much last week, and the Broncos are going to be in for a tough battle because of the fact that it is an AFC West rival. But I'll take Denver to win. At least they better. Anyway, all right, the Sunday night game. Bears going on the road to take on the 49ers. Bears are going to lose this game. I'm taking the 49ers here. No Brandon Marshall. Most likely no Brandon Marshall. Definitely, most likely no Alshon Jeffrey. That's not going to be good for the Chicagos to get in an 0-2 start, especially in the NFC North, where you're 0-2 with the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions. Minnesota shouldn't scare anybody. I understand they won in St. Louis last week, but who cares? So yeah, take the 49ers to win this game. And on ESPN NFL Monday, Eagles taking on the Colts. One thing about the Colts, since Andrew Luck has been drafted in 2012, they do not lose back-to-back games. Will this be the time, though? Tails. But I'm going to take the Colts anyway. So, let's see what happens when it's all said and done. Like I said, expect any of these picks to be changed in the description down below. So, until next time, later.